Hi everyone, it's Steffi here from effieandcards.blogspot.co.uk and I'm back to just to share with you a little tutorial. This is my prototype and it's just a little pizza style box to hold some candles. I'll just show you them. Oh, and these just cute little heart-shaped candles. I bought these from a shop called Tiger and you get 8 in a bag for £2 and I just thought they're absolutely adorable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it in a different colourway and I'm just going to show you what you need to make it. So to make the box I'm using Melon Mambo card and this needs to measure 8 3/4 by 6 7/8. On the long side you want to score it at the short side, sorry, you want to score it at 7/8 of an inch, 3 inches, 3 7/8 and 6 inches. Then turn it round and score it at 7/8 of an inch and 7 7/8. Or you could just turn it all the way around and score it at 7/8 again. Then you'll need another piece of card. This is to make the sections in the box. And this needs to measure 10 1/4 by 2 inches. Then on the long side you want to score it at 2 1/4, 3 1/8, 4 inches, 6 1/4, 7 1/8 and 8 inches. So what we'll do, we'll start with the box and we'll just go ahead and fold and burnish our score lines. Oh, the paper's sliding all over. And just these two on the ends. Right, so all of them are done. And you just want to take your scissors and on this bottom skinny section here, you want to cut up these 3 square sections and make them into tabs. Okay, so cut up here to that score line and then just wedge out to make that sort of shape, and then again in the middle. This is a really nice, quick and easy project, and you could fill it with all sorts of things. You know, you don't have to put the windows in if you didn't want to. You could just decorate the top, and like I said, you could put all sorts in. I just really want to use the candles, and the other candles that I got are actually pink, and the Melon Mambo was the closest colour that matched them. And then just cut up 2 more to do. Just get rid of this rubbish. Right, so once you've done your current, you'll be left with something that looks like this. Right, before we assemble anything, I want to decorate it with some DSP because it is actually easier. And the paper I'm using is this one. Oh, is it Merry Music DSP? I can't remember for the life of me. And this piece is for the top, and this measures 6 3/4 by 1 7/8. We're just going to attach that on here. Then I've got a thin strip here as well. This is for this part here, and this measures 6 3/4 by 5/8. And then we've just got 2 little pieces here, so I can pick this one up, for the sides, and they measure 1 7/8 by 5/8 of an inch. So we'll just go ahead and stick these down. Just thought I'd change up the normal Christmas colours by adding the pink, and I think it looks really nice actually. So we're just going to stick that on here and try and get it as straight as we can. Like that. Oops. And again on the sides. If you have a directional pattern, you may need to be a bit more, not wary, but vigilant on where you're actually putting and which way you're putting it. But this one hasn't really got a direction. You can just put it any which way you like. There's that one. I'll pop this last bit on. And obviously that is going to be our top, and it's going to fold around like that. Don't know about you, but I just love these colours, really do. Right, what we'll do, put that to one side for the moment, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do our section piece. So on here, on each section, you've got 3 score lines. So on this, on the first one, on the middle one, if you just fold that like that, and then this one here, fold that back on itself, and then the same with this one as well. So once it goes together, you will get that effect. And then again on this one, you mountain in on the middle fold, and then a valley on the other 2. And just go over them with your bone folder. And then what you want to do is you can apply tape, glue, whatever adhesive of your choice. Just pop it on one side of one of these sections, and then just fold that over, press it down, and just make sure it sticks. Just go over it with your bone folder, and that is our first section done. And then what we're going to do is just again put some glue on one of those sections, and then just fold the other one over onto it, and just press down. Then that we will glue into our box once we've made it, and that will keep our candles separate. Now coming back to the box, what I want to do is I want to make some windows, and the dies I'm using for this are our Sweet and Sassy framelit dies, and these are really good quality for money. You get, I mean, look at all them you get loads. So the ones I'm using today is this one and the smaller one. I'm using the smaller one to cut out the windows, so we'll pop that to one side. And what I've went ahead and done is I cut 3 out in this size in the Melon Mambo, and then I cut the smaller one out, because what I'm going to do is once we cut the windows out, I'm going to frame them like that. So we'll just pop these to one side. I'll show you where we're going to place them. So basically I just want to maybe see a little bit of the candle poking through so the recipient can see a little bit. So maybe it's the first one here. You can actually use this strip to help you measure it up, as long as you make sure that one of them would be in the vicinity of that one, and then move it along and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause you here while I run this through my big shot, and I'll come back once it's done. Hiya, right, I'm back now, and as you can see, these little hearts that you've cut out, you could keep them for another project, and they look just so cutesy on their own as well. And what I've done is I've already stuck down 2 of these hearts that I'd cut out previously. We'll do this one with you. Nothing hard, really simple. You don't even have to do this if you don't want to. It doesn't have to be hearts. You could use whatever dies you've got. Circles, squares, or like I said before, you could just leave it and just have it plain and decorate it how you'd like. And also, before we put the box together, the previous one had acetate windows, and I decided I'd try and see what it looks like with the vellum. So the vellum would go behind like that, and I think that looks really pretty as well. So this piece of vellum needs to measure 2 inches by 6 7/8, and I'm just going to attach that to the inside. And what I'll use for that is some red line tape, just because it's the thinnest one I've got. And I find the end of it. There we go. And if you didn't want to put vellum or acetate on, you could leave them open as well, because it's as if these candles can't fall out, because I've done the heart cutouts a lot smaller than what they are. I just wanted the idea of them poking through, maybe being able to see a little bit of them. Well, you might not be able to with a vellum. You don't have to do it in Christmas paper, you could do it in any design you wanted. There we go. Just make sure that's attached nicely. I think I've got cutter all over. And then just remove this. And then bring our box base back in and just line that up, and then just press that down. It doesn't matter about the inside, no one's going to be able to see like where you've put the adhesive. And also, if you're using your big shot to cut out of these, what I found I had to do was fold that bottom bit over so it would fit through. Okay, so now we're going to build up our box. So what I'm going to get is my fast fuse, and I find it, and then just put it on all of your tabs. Did you make sure you got your fast fuse while it was on offer? I know I did, I stuck right up. Right, so we'll do the bottom bit first, and this one is just going to fold round, just any other way we would make a box. And this one will fold that, and then line that one up like that, and then bring this one round and press that on there. Don't really need to get your bone folder in. The fuse is really strong, so you could skip that step if you wanted. So then we're just going to pop some more fuse on these tabs, and this will form our lid. Oh. And then just fold them. Oh, you're only sticky off there so you can't see. Just fold that round and then press it down, and the same on that side. Just have it after I get my bone folder in, I think. So then you'll be able to see that when we fold it down, it doesn't stop, it's catching something. That fits really nicely. Oh, almost forgot. This bit is better to do when it's flat. I just want to put a little thumb hole in here with my punch. It just means that when we close it, oh come on, when we close it, it's easy for people to get hold of. So the last thing we need to do is we need to put our section part in the middle. So I'll bring that back in, and all I'm going to do is just apply some Tombow. You could use fast fuse, anything again, like I said, just adhesive of your choice, and just pop that in, and then just go in with your bone folder, and here is our box ready for our candles. So I'll bring in the candles. These are the candles that I got that I was telling you about. They're not fragranced, but they just look super pretty. And what I've done is I've gotten a strip of the DSP, and this measures half an inch by roughly 6 3/4. It overlaps a little bit, but I just thought it brings the whole thing together and it just ties it all in. So I've done them two. We'll go and do this one, and I'll just use my fast fuse to adhere this on. The Tombow works. That's what I used on the other two. And what I've found I'm going to do is I'm going to start where this join is here, and just try and line it up so we have equal distance top and bottom, and then just go around and just press down as you do. I don't know about you, but I just think it transforms the candles and makes them, you know, from something just maybe a little bit ordinary into something a little bit more special. So there we have our candles in, and that is my project for today. I really hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Bye.